You know, just when you thought the internet couldn't get any worse, there is always an example around the corner to prove you wrong. And I think no industry encapsulates that better than the gaming industry. And that's no secret to anyone who's been paying attention to the discourse around Capcom's latest hit, Pragmata. Now, a lot of people seem to love this game. I am still very early in it, but so far I'm loving every bit of it. I think it's another hit from Capcom, and it honestly might even be a Game of the Year contender for me if it keeps this level of quality throughout the entire game. There are a lot of people, however, who do not feel that way and think that anyone associating with this game, because of the fact that a little girl robot exists in the game, makes you a pedophile. And no, I am not joking. Plenty of the usual suspects in games journalism have put out hit piece articles about this game, accusing pretty much everybody in the fan base of being a pedophile because they express interest in a game that happens to have a child character. Now, I don't know where this energy was for things like Last of Us with Ellie, or God of War with Atreus, or pretty much any other piece of media that happens to have children in it, but you can probably guess the reasons why, and if you look at the demographics of some of these quote-unquote journalists, it becomes ever so clear what their motivations are and what agenda they are trying to push, with gems like "I need everyone to start being normal" about Pragmata, which goes into detail about how Diana's design is quote pedo bait. And I'm just gonna throw her design up on the screen for you guys. This is a little girl android who is wearing an oversized coat. I have no idea what about that is pedo bait, and I'm gonna be 100% real here. If you look at this and that is your first thought, you might actually be the pedophile here, because no normal, sane individual is having those types of thoughts when they look at this game. And the fact that this is what your mind jumps to is just the biggest self-report I've ever seen. The same is true for the Gamers article, which says, quote, "Gaming cannot allow Pragmata's Diana fan club to flourish," where they pretty much go into a smear campaign saying anyone who likes the father-daughter relationship here, or the character of Diana, is a pedophile masquerading as a fan of the game, and that we should not be promoting these types of narratives in video games. Again, a huge self-report, and no surprise when you look into the journalist, whose name is Stacy. Yeah, I'm sure it is, but other great sites on the internet like Reddit and Twitter are full of people sharing similar opinions on the game. And personally, I think it's extremely concerning that this many people are trying to push this narrative, because to me it means one of two things. It's either them trying to push an agenda because there is a game that is not political in nature and just promotes a healthy father-daughter relationship, and they don't like that, or they are legitimately self-reporting because their first thought when they see a little girl is something sexual. Either way, it's disgusting and unacceptable behavior, and I can't believe that we have to share an industry, let alone a planet, with these people. And to show you the level of degeneracy we are looking at today, I'm going to read some of the comments from the Reddit thread and from Twitter. So over on the Girl Gamers subreddit, which is full of great takes, by the way, if you're looking for some entertainment, we have a pretty harmless thread title, and how do you guys feel about Pragmata? You know, just trying to get people's opinions on the game. Overall, I feel like the question was genuinely asked in good faith when you actually read what the OP said, but immediately, as expected from the usual suspects on Reddit, nobody can just be normal about a child existing. We have this comment here that calls into question the mannerisms and behavior of the child, saying it's very cutesy and manufactured. They zoom in on her face a lot. The camera is always looking down at her. This character acts like what predators wish a little girl was. She is designed to be fetishized and not as a real authentic character. Which, again, I just have to say that if you look at a child character from a video game or a movie or anything at all, and that is your first thought, that is a self-report. Because the average person who is normal and sane is not thinking about a child in a sexual manner. You're complaining that her mannerisms and behavior are childish and anime-like when she's a child in a game developed in Japan. She seems manufactured because she's a robot. Again, there is nothing sexual about Diana's character in the game whatsoever or promoted by Capcom. In fact, Capcom has gone out of their way to take down anything even remotely promoting that, whether that's on YouTube, Reddit, or Twitter. They have been firing away. So to sit here and accuse the developers and publishers of promoting something like that is nothing short of slander and defamation, and is demonstrably false. We have another one here who says, "The design of the little girl really puts me off, so I don't think I ever want to try that game. Like, why is she barefoot and pantsless? I mean, I could also question why that's immediately where you're looking when you see a child character. Again, she's not really pantsless, she's just wearing an oversized coat that covers her entire body. There's nothing to indicate that she's not wearing pants under that coat other than the fact that she has no shoes on. And the reason she doesn't have shoes, I'm pretty sure, is mentioned in the game, but whatever. Again, if Diana's design makes you feel physically uncomfortable, that is indeed a you problem, my friend. That means you have some dangerous thoughts going on in that mind and probably need to be locked up and separated from society. This other comment is just absolute gold to me. It says, my question with this game is why? Why is the robot companion shaped like a little girl? It seems the developers of this game are priming the pump for all the sick weirdos to get their jollies while pretending it is innocent fun. Do you think that the existence of a little girl or a child at all is inherently sexual? Do you think this when you see a little girl in a movie or you read about a little girl in a book? Because again, nothing about Diana's character is presented in a sexual manner, so you are projecting your own sexual thoughts onto this character. There is nothing inherently sexual about existing as a young child, and it is extremely concerning that anyone would even think that. The number one reply to this comment is, "I'm so happy other people are calling this out. When I saw the trailer for this game, I was so uncomfortable." Again, another massive self-report by these crazy lunatics. Boy, we have another diversity hire in the chat who's saying, "I tried the demo and just didn't vibe with the game. I'm a bit sick of white dude with gruff and or sarcastic personality and young girl companion. I've been playing a lot of games with female protagonists lately and I don't want to go back to male ones that much." So yeah, we just have blatant misandry being promoted on Reddit now. I don't like father-daughter relationships and I don't like men. You know, no surprise from these people who are just absolutely miserable and want everyone else to be as well. Oh my god, this other one is going really far. The child's design is absolutely disgusting and gross. I'm not buying the game for that sole reason. Why does the child have super long blonde hair? What? Okay, hold up. Have you never met a little girl with long blonde hair? Like that's a thing. Girls can have long blonde hair at any age. Again, I'm gonna throw the Diana design up on the screen for you and remind you that if you look at this and it makes you physically uncomfortable and think sexual thoughts, you are indeed the pedophile, my friend. I'm sorry to break the news to you. This one takes issue with Diana's skin color, revealing clothing. Okay, again, remind me what is revealing about the oversized coat, please. I'm genuinely curious which part of this outfit is revealing. If someone could point it out to me, that would be great. And the fact that one of this person's biggest issues is the girl's skin color is hilarious. So are you saying it's okay if it was a black child? Tell me what the issue is with the character's skin color, please. For me, this game screams pedo's dream game. It's not good at all. But yeah, 100% pedo dream game. This game is a good way to identify pedos, especially if they are loving it. You heard it here first, guys. If you are enjoying a completely non-sexual experience, you know, emotional father-daughter story with great gameplay, you are a pedophile. You genuinely can't make this shit up, dude. It is absolutely insane to me that there is anyone walking this earth that thinks this way. You know, again, these are all just people pushing an agenda and trying to hate on a successful game because it doesn't push their preferred political narrative, or people who are self-reporting that they are in fact pedophiles. We have this person from Twitter who probably needs to be locked up in an insane asylum who says they want to tear the child from Pragmata apart with their bare hands. Yes, officer, this one right here, please. Like, my god, dude, the amount of self-reports with this game, just absolutely insane. Just like you should not be having sexual thoughts when you see a child on the screen or anywhere for that matter, you absolutely as well should not be having violent thoughts about harming them. Like, why does that need to be said? What the actual fuck is wrong with these people? Another one on Twitter says, Pragmata is part of that Stellar Blade Hogwarts Legacy genre where it exists only for obnoxious discourse and you will never actually see gameplay of it. You know, that's funny because I think the thing that people liked about Hogwarts Legacy and Stellar Blade the most was the actual gameplay. You know, the other stuff was just the cherry on top, and the fact that it pissed people like you off was even better because they were just ultimately great games that didn't push your narrative. Another person having violent impulses when they see Diana from Pragmata, and the last one I'm going to look at here is this person who says you are an incel pedophile if you deny that Pragmata is a pedo-made game for a pedo demographic. Again, this is just absolutely deranged, degenerate behavior from the usual suspects. Like I said, if you look at the journalists writing the hit pieces or you go to these people's accounts, it's immediately clear why they don't like this game. And I think as an industry, we need to absolutely ostracize these people who are having sexual or violent thoughts anytime they see a fucking child character on screen. That is not normal, and those people need to be locked in an insane asylum with the key thrown away. and that's being generous. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it, guys, because I can only take so much degeneracy for one day, and I want to get back to actually enjoying Pragmata. I really just thought it was important to call out this absolutely disgusting behavior from people online, because it is absolutely not okay to look at a child and say these things, like just absolutely unacceptable behavior. But I want to hear from you guys. Are you playing Pragmata, and what do you think of it? Do you think it's another hit from Capcom? Personally, like I said, I'm having a blast with the game, so I can't wait to just get back to it and keep playing more of it. I think the hacking combined with the combat is just a really fun time and a unique concept that I haven't seen executed on in this way before. And, you know, between this and Project Hail Mary, I'm really enjoying this hope-core sci-fi era that we're in. But that's going to be all from me, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like or a dislike if you didn't. Let me know what you think of the topic in the comments below, and let me know what you'd like to see more of. I always take your ideas into consideration. I've got some more fun videos lined up, but with all of that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.